All right. So, do we want to jump into some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
There we go. I know it's been a bit since the last time we played, so as a quick recap, you guys had worked with the Archmage Ves Duragna of the Cerberus Assembly, and you were aboard Trent Ickathon's ship, heading to the summit between the Dwendalian Empire and the Kryn Dynasty. Upon some instructions to retrieve a suitcase with undisclosed items, you guys came up with a brilliant plan to sneak through the ship to secure what Vest had asked for. Upon opening the first door, you completely undid your plan, ran through the ship, ripped the ripped the artifact that you're looking for from the boat as Shiri lit the boat on fire. Riki dropped the anchor, and then all hopping off the ship, watched as the anchor yanked the ship aside, capsizing it, scuttling the craft as you guys paddled away westward, away from the armada.
That doesn't sound like us.
Coming into the recovery.
All very vividly coming back.
We'd never do something like that.
This being the second ship in the fleet that you had settled in as many days. So
maybe we are working for the Kryn.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe we're spies.
Okay. The journey to or landward as you're heading west, the opportunity of potential solid ground. The journey is very slow. The waters are unsteady at best. Naxa using her control weather spell to as much efficiency as possible, giving you somewhat clear skies. The journey still takes a couple of weeks to get there.
Insane. In a dinghy.
The opportunity to flee by other means thwarted by the movement of the ship, and Ves not having access to the material required to rebuild her spells. As you guys sail the 2 weeks fraught with running low on rations, your food is drying up. You are pleasantly seeing the shores of the island of Rumblecusp off in the horizon. The day is getting long as you ride the waves into shore, hitting the beach sand for the first time, solid ground, in I think it's about 3 weeks. Hopping off onto the beach, you feel the sand between your toes. You have your shoes on, under your soles.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do before I get into what's going on the island?
Who did you say was having trouble with their spells?
Ves, who was on the ship with you.
Ves, I noticed you're having some trouble there.
Just
anything you needed? Components?
Frankly, I don't have my spell book. That was on the ship when we went down, and I don't have enough paper or inks to redraw any of the spells required for my new book.
How much paper and ink do you need? I mean, might be able to bind something together with the twine and.
Yes, we could work on that, but if you want, I could start on that. How much do you have to offer?
Roughly like 700 gold worth of paper and ink.
That's good. That'll give you a couple spells at best.
A couple?
Jesus.
All right.
Remember, it's like 100 gold per spell level.
Is it actually? That's insane.
What is it?
It's like it's less. I'll have to check, but
All right.
we'll work on that.
All right. So as you guys are ashore, is there anything else the rest of you wanted to do?
Can I just double check? Because you gave us a list of, oh, thanks. You gave us a list of items from the briefcase when we opened it. Can I double check that I have written down the correct thing? So I don't know if anyone else wrote it down.
Sure.
I have an infiltrator's key, a book of vestiges, a paintbrush set, and a circlet of human, I can't read the word I wrote down,
Human perfection.
perfection. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Perfection.
All right, Elena, Riki, is there anything you'd like to do as you hit the beach for the first time?
I'm just kind of just getting my bearings. We've been a sea for so long that
Is everyone all right?
maybe we should look for some food because we're probably all really hungry.
I've been creating food for us this whole time.
Oh,
Create food and water. It just doesn't taste good.
There you go. So you're not as hungry as I might have thought you were, given your cleric's ability to produce food. As you're Elena, as you are looking around, give me a perception check as you're trying to get your bearings.
right. I need dice for this game. Perception is plus a lot. 14.
14. As you're looking across the beach, you notice that the sandy dunes stretch out as far as you can see to either side. As you notice that those beaches are starting to arc, forming the perimeter of this island. Further afield, about 100 feet inland, you start to see the exterior wall of a vast jungle. With a 14, as you're looking through, the jungle itself seems fairly dark, but against a couple of dunes, you see what looks like a couple of heads perched over, peering at you on the beach. As you look in their direction, the heads drop below the dunes.
Sorry, what was the last part of what you said?
As you're looking across the beach, you notice a couple of heads poking up from some sand dunes.
Oh,
at the
okay.
far
Are
end,
they attached to bodies or are they like
near the edge
heads
of
on
the jungle?
pikes kind of deal?
All you see is the tops of eyes peering over, and then when they see you looking in their direction, the heads drop below the dune.
Hello, new friends. Hail and well met.
As you
We are weary sea sailors. Shift after shore. We
As you-
require your succor.
as your voice carries across the beach, Veth looking over to Myron. Sorry, it's 50 gold pieces per spell. News up there.
That's like if you don't know it at all.
Interesting. The voices start to murmur, and you can hear them kind of speaking to each other, but you can't make out the sounds. You're just hearing the sound of voices, but the wind of the ocean is dulling out what words are being said. And rays, you can't quite see their mouth, so you can't interpret what they're saying.
You read my mind.
Right.
Or what kind of creatures are these?
With a 14, you'd be able to notice what looked like just humanoid hair, like some type of
Gotcha.
human, halfling, elf. You can't quite make out what, but it's something of that
Like
variety.
humanoid. It's not like
Yeah.
lions or dogs or birds.
Standard D&D
Oh my.
characters.
Should we just go say hello?
Think there's any reason not to trust them?
I feel like I'd be also like Riki's pretty like nature focused as well, so I'd be like given where he like grew up in his background, so I'd be also like scouting around and looking to see what we can either scavenge.
Sure.
Whatever's right.
give me-
Which one's the right word?
Yeah, that works. Give me an investigation check as you comb the beach.
Sure, it's not a nature check.
Desert.
If you'd like a nature check, I can give you a nature check.
You sure? You sure it's not a nature check?
But I'll go investigation if you want, but I prefer nature. Nature is an 18. Investigation's a 4.
Okay. As you look about, you notice that the beach is littered with a variety of shells, like discarded clam shells or rocks. There's a bunch of like kelp and vegetation that's been washed up that's littering the beach. It's fairly dirty. You see one fairly large conch shell sitting on the beach.
Oh boy.
As well as a what looks like a broken crate on the shore.
Well, I'm gonna take the conch in case we need it for order later. But I won't use it yet, and I'll check out the crate.
Okay, so you grab the conch. As you pick it up, you start to hear what sounds like music playing from it. But you tuck it in. You go over to the crate.
Oh, if I hear music, then I'd probably investigate that more. Like, can I like hold it up to my ear? Does it feel dangerous? Like, what's going on?
As you hold it up to your ear, everybody sees Riki just vanish away.
Damn it!
Really?
The conch was cursed.
Yeah.
As you, Riki, as you teleport, you all of a sudden start to feel like you reappear in a very how do I put this? It's very windy. You're not quite sure why, and you're a little disoriented from the teleportation. The rest of you just see the conch drop to the ground and just play, and the music just playing, and kind of simultaneously, the 6 of you, hear a huge splash as you hear Riki hit the water behind you into the water and starts floating back to the beach.
Are you okay? What just happened?
I don't. Do I now know what happened, or
So I guess to describe, as you start to feel disoriented in the wind, you are falling.
Yeah.
And you fell into the.
But does Riki know that though?
Yeah, you kind of like pull yourself up to the shore, and you can see the group about 100 feet away from you.
Pardon?
It's an escape route.
That conch is pretty fucking magical. You can pick it up, but don't hold it up to your ear. Otherwise, you teleport to either, I don't know if it's a random place, if I got lucky, or to 30 feet up.
As he's saying, like, don't put it to your ear, Myron instantly puts it to her ear.
You see Myron disappear and then fall, hit the water.
I'm like trying to get out of the way.
Watch out below!
Make a dexterity check to see if you dodge. Dexterity saving throw to see if you dodge Myron falling.
13.
I'm going to say that'll be just enough. She splashes in the water next to you.
Oh my god.
What did I just say?
Well, that's that theory proved.
I'm going to pick it up.
All right.
Elena, do you have space for this in your haversack? By any
Probably.
chance?
I throw it in the knapsack.
Unless you want to try again, Myron.
I mean, it worked for me. See if it works for everybody.
Yeah, I think you're good. As you put it into the your conch into the house.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, that's on
That
you.
one sucked.
I would have been way in the water.
Yeah. Let me just check. I didn't think about that.
Well, I mean, I don't know what it is.
No, you're good. You're good.
Jesus.
As you put it into your haversack, it goes away, disappears. As the two of you swim back to shore, You see two little figures, a halfling and a gnome, kind of standing up at the shore, working their way around the dune. Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, who can see them right now? Is it everyone or just the two?
Everyone. They've made themselves visible.
Who are they? What do they look like? What are their names?
There's a halfling and a gnome, and they are kind of standing now on the side of this dune as they're kind of like sheepishly like waving and calling out towards you.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you guys doing here?
You guys look like newcomers.
I already explained this. We just shipwrecked.
Oh, you're shipwrecked. Are you in need of help?
I guess. Do we need help, guys? Help?
Food and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have food. We have food and water.
Are you alone?
Where are you from?
Guys, where are we from?
We're from the mainland.
Grania, is that right? I forgot.
Nope.
That's
That's the last campaign.
Oh.
it's been a bit.
From Wildemount. Wildemount.
Mainland? Wait, what do you mean mainland? Shh. Yeah, we have food. We have a bit of a feast tonight in the village. If you want to come, we can take you in and introduce you to everybody.
What's the village? Does it have a name?
Yes, we are the. As they're like kind of bickering between each other who to speak, the gnome calls out, "Yes, we are the proud people of the Atos."
Atos.
Yes, the Atos.
How do you A-T?
Is it A to Z?
A-T-O-Z.
Okay.
A to Z.
Good
Or
Lord.
Z.
Good Lord.
There's a really dank Star Trek reference I can make here.
How many are you? A whole village?
There's a whole village. We saw you guys coming ashore and we weren't too sure to make it. If you need to dry off, I saw a couple of you just flung into the ocean. We can give you a good home as long as you're not. They don't look dangerous. Don't. Well,
They look dangerous. I got knives all over me.
Okay, that one looks dangerous.
Well, who are you? What are your names?
The halfling looks at you. My name is Amy.
Amy?
And the little gnome is like, you can call me Zelik.
Boy, that's a strong theme.
I'm still in the water. How far away are they from us?
As you guys are getting washed in, they're maybe about 150 feet at most.
Oh, okay.
So, like, they're kind of yelling across the beach towards you.
Do we need to worry about like their alliance, their allegiance? Like, does anybody know anything about these people or people in like non-mainlanders?
DM, do we know anything about these non-mainlanders?
Give me a history check.
Mm-hmm.
Is that everybody or what?
Is that everyone?
Whoever's asking.
Well, I'm asking, but I'm asking. So it's only
I'm
a
good.
4. But
I'm good at history.
Mickey's asking the group if like
I rolled a nat 20.
All right. You would have had a little bit of your time reading books in Uthadorn, reading about the Menagerie Coast and the island dwellers within the Menagerie Coast. You have never, ever heard of the Atos people.
Should we be like super careful then?
If anything, the name that they gave you was decidedly absent from all of your research.
Oh, almost like they made it up.
Mm-hmm. Walking back to the group, Myron's just going to stay kind of like behind Riki, just like keeping a little bit hidden. And as we get within like 30 feet, if we are approaching that close, I'm kind of assuming we're getting closer to face.
Yep.
Just want to cast detect thoughts on the one who's been talking.
Ooh.
The one that said like don't tell him. Like
Okay, so that'd be the gnome,
Yeah.
Zelik. That's a wisdom save.
No, I'm not probing deeper. So whatever like surface level thoughts based on this conversation.
Oh, okay. So as Zelik, you get the sense that Zelik I guess his thoughts are, for shipwreck folks, they certainly have a lot of stuff with them. The cat folk seems heavily armed, hesitant to open up too much to these folks.
Zalek, do you get many visitors?
From time to time.
Yeah. Who was your most recent one?
Couldn't tell you. Maybe Zimmy.
What's he actually thinking?
His thoughts are like struggling to try and figure who is the most recent, and he's like debating with himself: is Zimmy actually the most recent? He's not sure.
Okay.
So like he gave you a name, but he's not confident in it.
And this only lasts for a minute, so I'd assume it's up.
Well, were you shipwrecked here too then? And everyone else?
No, I've lived here all my life, much like everybody in the village.
Is this an older guy? Is this gnome older?
Middle-aged gnome, seems average age for a gnome.
Is there any insignia like on their clothing?
As you scan up and down their clothing, they seem to be wearing relatively rudimentary cloth. Nothing in particular. It's more just like very basic cloth garments that are covering kind of their bodies for warmth. There is no discernible markings. If anything, it looks fairly, I think I have a good word for it, scavenged from the land, like it's jungle material that's been repurposed, combination of pelts and vegetation turned into ties, that kind of stuff.
Be right back. My food's here.
He runs.
Perfect. As looking up to you, like I said, you're welcome to join us for the feast tonight. If you want, we can lead you there.
What are you cooking?
Tonight, I believe it's boar and corn and various local customary foods.
Well, as long as it's not people.
Lord.
Or
No. We don't partake in cannibalism.
No, we're not starting that conversation.
the new island.
Unless it's cooked well enough.
No.
That made me shut off notifications to that group for a week. Like I put that group on timeout because I couldn't handle it.
Love it. All right.
I kept trying to like segue the conversation into like other things.
I'm sorry.
You drawing on me?
I scratched it by accident.
So,
All right. I mean, there's nothing else to do on this beach, so.
Yeah, I mean, shelter, some food sounds perfect about right now.
new guests
I'm
are
starving.
always welcome. Yes, follow us, and they start leading you down the beach, sticking close to the tree line, but never entering into the jungle as they work their way along the beach. As you follow, about an hour or so journey, kind of working around. This is a very large island. There is an opening in the trees, almost like a worn path that leads into the jungle, maybe about 20 feet wide. Definitely, there's been a lot of traffic in and out of this as the vegetation's kind of been beaten back, or just goes from sand to dirt. As you work your way out, the sounds of the ocean start to fade, and the sounds of the jungle start to stir. You hear a lot of insects chirping, birds squawking. Every now and then, you swear you felt the forest floor shift below you. Maybe on occasion you notice that there's like you step on a snake or something as it is teeming with life. Another hour or so passes as you head into the jungle, as you are brought to an opening. And sure enough, there is a small little village, huts made of timbers. You get palm fronds that are and mud forming the roof structures of these huts. There's a fire going to spit with a number of dead carcasses being prepared for a meal tonight. As a village, you'd say maybe of 20, 30 or so, seem to be all gathering, busy work. People leaving into the woods, people coming into the woods. The activity is as Amy and Zelek kind of lead you in. Well, welcome to Atos.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it's the only civilization you'll see. It's quite an achievement, I'd say.
Is there a reaction to us as more people see us? It's not like bewilderment, right? Like they're used to seeing people from time to time.
Give me an insight check.
Nice.
That's fair. If I can find it on my list, I will. There it is.
There you go.
Oh, it's only a 4.
A 4. You're gonna look around. You're like, huh. You catch glances, but these people seem to be focused and busy. That they definitely notice you coming into the village, but their intents you might not really suss out as you're kind of bewildered yourself. The smell of meat cooking, and you hear a faint drum beating, maybe a flute playing, just some music to provide some ambiance in this small little village. As Amy looks up, it's like, yes, we should maybe introduce you to the clan leader. I don't know what the meal will be prepared in a bit, but what can we do to make you more comfortable here? Are you staying with us long?
Are these speaking in common?
Yes.
Good point. I was just thinking about that too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think our goal right now is to
Regroup.
regroup. Well, food is definitely a priority, but I don't know, maybe build a ship or try and continue on our journey.
Where is your journey taking you? The great sea beyond brings nothing but death and destruction. I don't know if you come from away, that you're lucky to have made it to Sanctuary.
Has nobody ever gone out there? Like travelers come and go from this place?
There's been a couple that have tried, but they've never returned. Just
Was it
assumed
great
that
tide?
they've all died. We've assumed they've all died on their journeys out.
What if they just got out and got to where they wanted to go and they never came back?
I would assume they'd want to tell us that there is life beyond the reef.
Oh, so you're saying, wait, I'm confused. Have you had outsiders here?
There are those like you that show up, but they say they're from. What was the word you used? Wild something?
Wildemount.
They've said they've been from this place called Wildemount, and those have gone out looking for them, but none have come back.
Does the chief happen to have a daughter?
And Amy looks over. Yes, I am the chieftain's daughter.
Have you ever wondered what's out there?
All the time.
Yeah. like how far it goes?
My grandmother said
The buildup was slow.
my grandmother says I should go, but I haven't been able to get permission yet.
One day.
One day.
I appreciate it. Buildup was slow, but you got there in the end.
Do you have like you don't have teleportation magics or anything like that to like teleport to other places? Because I ran into some teleportation magic on the beach.
You did magic. What
Do you not have magic here?
well, we know of magic. Magic is forbidden by our Arcturus.
Well, my mistake. I didn't run into anything.
Yeah.
If you have anything magical, you should let our chieftain know.
Is Arcturus your chieftain?
No, our Arcturus is the god here.
Oh boy.
Arcturus?
Arcturus, yes. The protector beyond the cusp.
Name of a star too, isn't it?
It is the god.
It sure is.
It is the god that keeps us safe from Zaratan, the evil god that threatens destruction.
Both of those god names, I've ever heard that before.
Give me a religion check, sorry.
Good question.
Could I use history instead?
No, religion.
That's a 9.
9. You haven't heard those names before. As you think back, you know that those names are not in the godly pantheon. I'll give you that.
Okay.
You do know that there are lesser deities that aren't in the. There's the main gods, the betrayer gods, but then there is lesser deities that found their way, or demigods, things like that. Maybe that could fall into that rank, but the established pantheon, you are aware of all of them, and they're not any of those.
What were the two names? Arcturus and
Zaratan.
Zaratan. And sorry, they're not betrayer gods either. That counts as part of your check.
They are not any of the
Not that I would know.
main pantheon.
Gotcha.
Arcturus lives beyond the cusp and keeps us safe from Zaratan, should he ever rise to this world to seek his domain.
Where does Zaratan live?
Zaratan lives here on the island.
Boy.
He lives beneath the mountain.
Okay, hold on a second, because now I'm confused. Okay, Arcturus is the protector beyond the cusp, and Zaratan, and he lives beyond the cusp, and Zaratan lives
on this island. Below the surface.
So like in front of the cusp?
below the mountain. The cusp is what we refer to as the peak of this mountain. So Arcturus lives at the top, Zaratan lives below it.
Are either of them like giant magma beings?
I have never seen either of them.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, Ricky doesn't say that out loud, but I'm slightly disappointed.
Cam is disappointed.
Wait,
Cam and Ricky are slightly disappointed.
Enhance.
I take it somebody's seen them then, if you know where they are.
Well, the feast tonight is the last meal before the pilgrimage. As we are sending a pilgrimage to provide our offerings to Arcturus and Zaratan. Come eat. We can explain everything over food as they bring you in. You're introduced to a few folks in the village, but Amy kind of like brings you around, showing you around. Zelik kind of splits off to inform folks as the leader of the clan comes to find you. Oh, welcome, good guests. I'm glad to see that we have new folks in town, and you seem to be well adorned. Your presence here is more than accepted, and if there's anything that we can do to make your stay more welcome, let me know. Any food that's available is free to eat. If you need a bed to stay in, Let us know for how long.
This is quite the since we've got here, we've had quite the warm welcome. So thank you.
Yes,
Um,
there is no need for adversaries in life. We are a community of love and respect.
Except for Zaratan?
Yes, except for the Zaratan, the Doombringer, the Master of Rumbles.
Master of Rumbles.
Rumbles?
Yep.
That's not that ominous.
But like it was prefaced by the Doombringer, so.
Yeah.
Those two are not synonymous.
Are those his only names? He doesn't go by anything else? Like,
I get tummy rumbles when I'm hungry.
That's what I thought.
Well, if you have tummy rumbles, feel free. There is some meat on the spit. I think it's boar tonight. You're welcome to enjoy. Tummy rumbles are not something we want to go unseated.
Sorry, I cut off my.
this guy, he doesn't go by any other name, like the Lich King or what is it? What's that other name?
Oh yeah.
Undying
Vecna?
King, the Undying King.
You get just blank stares
Perfect.
back.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Is there
that's the friend we're looking for?
anybody on this island? Do you have any other groups on this island that worship the tummy rumble king?
The Tummy Rumble.
I got you saying it now.
Well, the community is split. There are those that follow Zaratan's Zaratan's lead, in that we should be vigilant, we should be cautious. You might have met Zelek. He follows Zaratan. Takes a bit more of a protective manner and is fearful of Zaratan's wrath if he is unworshipped. Whereas there are those that follow Arcturus and believe in providing for the protector to see things that will come to pass. That things will be okay. That if we follow Arcturus, there is nothing that can harm us, and we can live a fear-free life.
And there's no conflict?
The two gods keep themselves in check.
No, between you two. Like the different ideologies on the island.
The ideologies are each their own. We respect each other's beliefs, and it is a anchor for keeping the community balanced, keeping our focus to keep everything away from going too far in one direction.
So do you get to choose who you wish to worship here? Or
Very
is that
much so.
assigned to you?
Very much so. It is to each their own. Choice is individual.
So is it like a 50-50, like 15 people for one, 15 for another?
I've never made the count, but I would suppose it'd be probably pretty close to that.
What stops the anybody from challenging or taking over? You know,
Well, with our pilgrimages, we provide a group from the village heads up the mountain with offerings to satisfy Arcturus. Likewise, a group heads below the mountain with offerings for Zaratan. Provided that we've given enough each time, it's kept both gods in place and satisfied. Keeping Arcturus from leaving this island and leaving us to Zaratan's wrath, and keeping Zaratan satiated, not to let his anger overwhelm us.
I think where we come from, there's a lot that's done in the name of our gods, and so I'm surprised that neither group has tried to harm or overthrow the other group here in the name of their gods. You both seem to be living in relative harmony.
That's to do something in the name of their god seems backwards to me. Why would you do something in the name of gods? You serve them, but you should be working for yourselves. You're individual. The gods are there to guide you along their path. Kenny's, come, eat. Maybe if you're interested, you could help us on our pilgrimage. Protect us along the way, because the travel is awfully dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
This jungle is an ecosystem to its own. We are but players. Here we speak, breathe, and eat, but there are others that have their own way of life. Large creatures that prey on us. We are but part of that system.
Sorry, Chieftain. I don't think we caught your name.
My name is Apom.
Apong?
Apom. A-P-O-M.
Oh.
Oops, that's not how I spelled it.
Is there another chieftain that guides the pilgrimage to Zaratan, or are you the only one?
I'm the chieftain for now. Eventually my position will be ceded, and often we go back and forth between the two parties.
Interesting.
It is a two-party system. It's not perfect, but it's the one we have.
And
Well, at least you don't have any side get split between smaller.
There was once an independent, but we threw our votes away.
and who do you worship, if you don't mind me asking?
I do believe that Arcturus will protect us.
What?
The A name didn't give it away.
Hey, don't assume anything. While we were like walking around the village or anything, or talking to the chieftain, is there any symbolism of like depictions of who these are, or like religious symbols, or like anything at all? Drawings, like altars?
Nothing just left around.
Or Zolters.
Okay. Oh no, I'm joking on air.
So, if you wish to partake in the, are you okay? All right. If you wish to partake in the meal and bed down for the night, you're welcome to.
Oh my
If
god.
you want to do something else, you tell me.
Sorry.
I have something I want to do like after we have dinner and like go our own way, but
Yeah, so let's say like we're running through dinner, a bit of festivities, a lot of dancing, a lot of music, and yeah, everybody's kind of having a merry old time. If you want to do anything during that, let me know. If you want to talk to people, ask questions, you can do that. If none, then we'll just kind of fast forward through the montage of the party.
If during dinner, I'm assuming there's like a lot of people in the village in a very small space. I would like to just sort of, when there's nobody who's like really around me or making eye contact or anything, and just sort of take a very deep breath and kind of just reach out to the matron and try and divine sense if there's anything that may be, hold on, celestial, fiend,
perfect.
or fae around. There's one more, I think undead as well, except my computer froze.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's divine sense, whatever that is, in 60 feet.
During the party, you notice Naxa is kind of off with a big chunk of corn, and she's talking to something off in the bushes, and you get a sense of fae back there. But beyond that, you don't get anything. Everybody else here seems to not register as any of those in particular.
Okay. I literally just froze on me. Jesus.
Right.
That's all I wanted to do during dinner.
All right.
During like the cleanup, like afterwards dinner, Myron's just gonna like offer to help like clean up like some of the cooking stuff, and while that's going on, I want to try and like pocket a few cooking tools. Like
Okay.
for myself.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Just to like get some sort of independent method of getting food.
You're just gonna swipe the salt packets.
I don't know. That's a nat fail.
Low.
Clank, clank, clank.
As you like try to like pocket something, you notice that one of the denizens here is just like staring directly at you as you're like, oh, okay. And they're like, if you want anything, you can just take it. It's what's mine is yours, and what's yours we assume is mine. And it's an open community here. Take what you need.
If
Leave
it's
what you
mine,
need.
it's yours.
We are all part of a shared existence.
Interesting. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind me taking some of these tools, and I just want to take enough to have like cooking tools added to my
Yeah.
inventory.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, no problem.
Okay.
If anything like this, Zuzu would help you collect what you need to put together
Gotcha.
your tools.
The denizens of this town, are they all like halfling and gnome?
No, it's a mixed bag. There's a couple humans, there's a couple elves, dwarf, there's a tabaxi, there's a whole mix of folks. If anything, there's maybe 2 or 3 of any individual race, and it's very multi-racial.
I want to talk to the Tabashi and understand how they got here.
Okay.
Do they have a name, or are they an unnamed character?
Name is Xander.
That's with an X or with a Z?
With a Z.
I'm now starting to sense a theme.
Oh, come on.
Hail and well met.
Well, well met. Actually, you know what? Sorry. No, that wouldn't be the. Okay. Hey.
Zala?
Pardon my being so forward, but we just landed on the island today, and I couldn't help but notice a fellow Tabashi. How did you wind up here?
I lived here all my life.
Where are your parents?
Never known them. As far as I can know, I've been here and I've been too young to have known who my parents were. Raised by the village.
You just raised by the village?
As far as I can remember, yes.
Huh. Have you met a lot of people from outside this island?
Once or twice. I've seen others of my type before, but they never stayed more than a day or two before they left.
Have you had no interest in heading to the mainland and seeing the rest of your kind?
There's more of our kind on the mainland. I figured it was just luck and happenstance that they arrived.
There's
Much like the rest.
there is many more of us, and there are many more of most of the people here. People? How would you? It's not people.
Yeah, people's fine.
Denizens?
Creature.
Denizens? Yeah, creatures.
Dangerous to go onto the ocean. I don't dare risk my life and what I contribute to the community just for a whim of what might be.
I can respect that. Although that attitude will keep you from doing a lot of very cool things in life. As somebody who has traveled the world, I can tell you, you're missing out on a lot.
I think the coolest thing in life is living a fulfilling one. And I am doing that for myself and my family here.
Nerd.
What a loser.
And Xander turns over to Elena. What do you mean by nerd? I've not heard that word before.
Oh, don't worry about it. It means you're cool.
Make a persuasion check. Deception. Give me a deception check.
Oh, okay. 15.
Okay, I don't think I will worry about it. That seems like a term of endearment. Nerds. Is that what we call folks? Okay.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's it. I just was curious if there was any. I don't think I have any too much. I will say, I guess I'll ask one more question on this dude since I'm chatting with him. Is there, since we've arrived here, you know, everybody's been very welcoming and nice to us. Is there, you know, it's different from our culture. So is there any expected, you know, way that we're supposed to give back, or how do we make sure that we carry our weight in this village?
Well, if there's anything you could do to contribute to the offering, that'd be much appreciated.
So if we provide protection, that would be kind of paying the village back.
Well, protection is always welcome, but if you have something tangible, the longer that we go, the less we have to offer. And newcomers often provide stuff to add to our gifts. If there's anything you can do to contribute, it'd be appreciated.
Wait, so the longer you go, the less you have to offer. Are you running out of resources here?
At least for the gods, yes.
What's your long-term plan? You don't want to move away.
I don't know. That's a question for Apom, our chieftain.
All right, cool. I'll chat with my group. Thanks for the info, guy.
Xander.
Xander?
Got it in one.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
As this like wraps up, Myron comes back to the group and just looks over at everybody and just subtly under her breath, maybe even using the earrings, like, guys, fine just sharing everything, so maybe watch your stuff.
You think they'd take it from us?
I don't know.
I'll let the group know too of like what Xander said to me.
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do before you go to bed?
Do we want one of us to post watch?
I think that might be smart.
Mhm.
Also, we didn't actually tell the chief that any of us use magic or have magic items. Are we planning on doing that?
I mean, we could also try to get off here.
That's another thing. Can we just leave?
I could teleport us away if we want to give that a shot.
You can?
I mean, yeah, I have everything to draw a circle here.
Here's the thing though, what if that shell that we took from the beach, what if it wasn't just a fluke that it was a 30-foot teleport? What if we actually can't teleport off?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
I mean, there's nothing telling me that we can't. I mean, that's a good idea, but there's only one way to find out.
True. We could just pull out the shell again and see how far away it teleports us.
Yeah, but what if it's set to that spot? Like, what if it's just to teleport to the beach?
That's a good point.
I mean, you don't know.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
I could give it a try and just see.
Well, I mean, it's all or nothing, right? Like, I can only draw it once.
That's true.
It's only going to stay up for a couple of moments, and if we don't all go through it, then half of us are going to be stuck here.
Okay, good.
I mean, one thing we could do is maybe if we think that somebody else outside might know of this place, we can ask some questions first before we try and teleport out.
Sure. And I want to go home, so whether we ask questions and they tell us to stay here, I don't know. Like, I'm open to everything, but if our goal is to get off this island, then this might be a way.
So here's another question though, where are we gonna go?
Well, it could only bring us to one spot, and that's Rexentrum. I think. Is it Rexentrum?
It's been so long.
This is like, what's the other city?
So that's in the Empire,
Yeah.
and we just destroyed 2 Empire ships.
Yeah.
Is that even safe?
I mean, if we get off of here, where are we going? And go back to the beach, but we can hide away. Max has got disguises. We can surely sneak around, manage our way to get to the border and sneak out. I'm sure the Cobalt Soul would help give us some protection too if we head there.
And we sneak back into where the menagerie coast and the gentleman is waiting for us.
Outside of the borders, whatever direction we can get.
What do you think, Ricky?
I mean, I'm kind of torn because I guess a little bit too, because what's our ultimate goal here? Besides getting back, like we're here on a mission, right?
But, I mean, we're shipwrecked here. We don't really have a mission.
Our mission sailed away when we destroyed that second ship. But if I can just remind everyone, the matron is still in trouble.
Yeah.
Vecna's still out there somewhere.
Right. And what's his face is still going to come after us because we didn't do the mission that he wanted.
Yeah, the gentleman is not going to be happy. Trent is not happy
The
with
gentleman
us.
just wanted information. We got information.
Did we?
Yeah, they were, I don't know, bartering with the Queen. They were on a mission out there to meet with them.
That's true.
All right, let's tentatively check that box and hope it's fine because it also seems like the least of our issues. So there's a matron, the biggest one that we want to focus on.
But I mean, if you're asking me, then yes, absolutely. But if you're asking how,
It's fine. It's just I want to make sure that like, if we're like, yeah, we want to go like help the matron and getting back to where Myron can teleport us to works towards that, then great. But like, what if we stay here and we can like? There's probably a couple more questions we should ask these people. Like, can we get help from these gods towards the matron or something like that?
I was wondering that too. Honestly, I was wondering if this I can't read my writing.
Arcturus.
Zaratan
Zaratan.
or Arcturus, if one of them is even just Vecna in disguise too. If he's found a way back to this place from the astral sea.
Maybe.
So we want to ask these people if we can communicate with the gods. I assume we can't, or even if they could, we couldn't. But
Like the pilgrimage is happening. They go there and they bring them gifts. I assume there's some form of communication, like a request for gifts for more. But there must be some form of discussion. They both know where they are. There's one on the mountain, there's one underground. So I think they're probably material things, not like our gods.
Yeah, what did that mean too? Like gold?
Possessions.
I just assumed they left them something, and it didn't necessarily mean they contacted them. They just like left it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just like they could. It could be either way. They could talk to them, or they might not. Or communicate is a better word. Or maybe, but it doesn't mean they do.
Yeah.
But it sounds like maybe we want to stay the night and ask a few more questions. And then, because we can always leave in the morning. And we could also ask them, like, has anybody tried to teleport out?
Yeah.
Right, Vest comes up. So what's the plan? Are we staying? We sleeping? We going now? Taking your lead here. I need some time to prepare my book.
All right, well, I guess that makes the decision for us. If you need time, you stay the night.
Yeah.
Elena, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking these guys are not what they appear to be, then we should be on guard for shenanigans.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and with that, you guys set up. There's some huts that are prepared for you, a couple of beds. If you are intending to sleep, if you're intending to post a guard, feel free to tell me who's doing that. As the evening kind of winds down, you hear Naxus comes up to the group. So I was talking to the traveler and says we're exactly where we need to be for the party. Says you can hang out here for a bit. I was gonna stick around and get things ready. Maybe with help some of the residents here. We're gonna do some preparations to get the travelers party going. So whatever you guys want to do, I might just hang around the village until you're done with that, and let me know when you guys need to go.
Shit. What was the travelers' party again? That rings a bell.
The fire festival, right?
Yeah, the new fire festival.
Yeah, we missed the fire festival, so this was to do it in its place, right?
But like, can't you do that somewhere else?
We said it was going to be on an island in the Ivory Coast. Specifically, this island is I think what we were looking for.
So, like, does he know about these two gods then?
No, didn't seem to know the names of them. He thinks they're just imposters. I trust my god beyond anybody else.
Can he come here? Could you bring him here right now? Could you ask him to come meet us?
Well, he's busy working on preparations.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's being challenged by two gods, where
I don't think
Well,
he's being
it's a party.
challenged.
how does he know?
How is he a god that doesn't know the island he wants to host a party on has two other gods?
I don't think they're gods.
He's saying that they're imposters. They're just like don't exist.
There are two imposters among us.
There's kind of three, but
That's really funny.
Brenda hasn't said anything for like half an hour.
But like it was funny and it was good. Sorry. I forgot I checked.
Well, anyways, I'm heading to bed, and she lays down to get some.
What was Nax getting out of this party? It was just because the traveler was pissed off at her, right?
Yeah, and it was I recall it was to set things right. She's going to be working towards hosting a big festival for the traveler, a little ceremony.
So is she saying she's going to host this tomorrow?
I guess it's in the next week or so by the calendar.
We got to stay here a week.
I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah, sorry. Max wants us to stay here a week.
yeah.
Correct.
I wonder if Nax is going to stick around here while we leave.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe we can just convince the traveler not to have whatever party he needs to have here. You know, if his followers might be stolen by these imposters, maybe he doesn't want to give them up, and we can just move to a different island.
He seemed pretty set on having it here.
I think Nax is going to stick around here for a while.
I just want to make it hard for Eric.
Seemed like he was pretty set on having the party here.
Maybe we could just murder Naxa and then go somewhere else. Maybe turn her into a sheep.
That sounds like something that's more your thing.
Do we want to set? We'll have like we'll do a sleepy and have like a one of us on watch.
Yeah, I like that idea. If it's all right with all of you, I might ask my brother if he knows anything about this at all.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Do we sleep?
Yeah, everybody goes to bed.
But I thought we were doing watches.
Yeah, there's one person up.
Yeah, we're gonna let's sort that out. Who's
Okay, you're taking first watch.
Yeah, I'll take first.
I'll take second.
Guess I'll take third.
okay? Cool. To make this easy, as you guys switch out through watches, the village itself is fairly self-sustaining. That they take a watch as well, protecting from threats from the village, so that there isn't anything that bothers you. And as you're kind of watching, not only the forest or the jungle, but the denizens of this, you don't see any ill will or malice towards you. No one seems to be sneaking up on you during the night as you take your watches. Rays, you wanted to do something before bed? We'll do that.
Yeah. Just really quietly, I was going to, out of view of, I guess, any of the villagers, just to make sure they don't see magic in case anything bad happens. I'm going to take out the mask and just sort of put it on, send a quick prayer to the matron, and send a message to Finn.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, been a bit. We destroyed 2 assembly ships. Don't ask. Hold on. Have you ever heard of a village on Rumblecusp? With 2 gods, Zaratan and Arcturus.
You hear a response back after some time. Destroyed assembly ships? Fuck. Rumblecusp. What are you doing there? That island's deserted.
Courtney!
And as you guys all bed down for the evening,
Mhm.
let's take a little break there so Courtney can get settled.
Yeah.
And we'll pick that up in a little bit.
Okay, Cam's gonna tell me what I missed.
So coming back to it, we will just jump in as the next morning arises. Elena, your watch is starting to come to an end as the sun is coming up. You actually, because you're the one up, you hear one of the folks in town running into the village. Shouting, not at a super loud voice, but shouting for the leader, Apom, Apom, Apom. There's a ship off the coast. What do we do? A ship, large, multi-masts. There's crew on board. Do we welcome them in?
Do they have like a flag or any identifying marks?
As you call out to ask that question, no, flags were drawn back, removed from the masts. What do we do? What should we do? Elf lady, is this someone you know?
Well, they don't have a flag, so I don't know who they are.
The ship was made from very dark wood.
Is that the same ships as the ones we blew up? Would I know that?
No, I don't think you would.
Okay. I don't know. There's so many ships.
Well, Apom goes, well, welcome them in, much as we welcome all comers. If you want to send word and let them know where we are.
Wait, if they are dressed in how are they dressed on the ships that we were on?
That's robes, I think.
Were they purely assembly?
I think it was like red and navy were assembly colors.
Yes, they had those type of clothing, at least the crew that I could see.
You should not welcome these people. They are not good people.
But no, they have. I mean, look at their ship. They must have some wealth that you could bring to your gods.
Oh, yeah, you should welcome these people.
Are we all
Welcome
awake now, I take it?
Welcome all of them and make sure they all leave the ship.
All right, fair enough. All right. As you see the who was that? Sorry, switch.
Do not tell them we were here.
Okay. So you see that would be Alabi. Alabi heads out and takes one of the Zeds with her, and they take off to. Okay, well, if you say so, as Apom gives them the nod. If they're to be trusted, then by all means bring them here.
I never said trust them.
We don't say no. Wait, hold up.
Be
And they're
careful.
like on the run, and they're like, what?
They won't. If they are who we think they are, they're not going to intentionally harm you. But that doesn't mean you should trust everything they will say. They'll be friendly, as far as we could tell. But they are crafty. So don't tell them we're here. And don't trust everything they say.
Okay. And they give you the nod. Take off.
Wait, when you said the other Zed, who was it? Was it Xander? Did Xander go? I'm personally invested in Xander now.
Yeah, let's say Xander.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Xander's another Tabachi that I found on the island.
Oh,
Instant relationship.
Maybe he runs Xander's down the road from us.
was it like that Spider-Man meme where you're both like pointing at each other?
We don't all look alike. That's racist.
Can I quickly, like from the corner, just waking up in this little hut, just send another message over to Finn?
Sure.
Okay. Oh man, I can't count because I'm on
Here,
one
I
hand
got it, I
now.
got it.
I love you. I miss you a lot. Did you tell anyone that we were on Rumblecusp? There's an assembly ship approaching. Please be safe.
A few minutes pass, and you get a message back. I've been looking into residents of Rumblecusp. Found nothing. Told only some of the librarians I was doing research. Didn't mention you were there.
Hey, it's not because of Finn.
Stay safe. Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. No, these are bad.
Sponsored by GQ.
Stay fresh.
Sponsored by Wendy's.
No, fresh is
Eat fresh is Subway.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
Wow, that was a journey.
Stay on brand.
Stay on.
I'm so glad I provided so much to this.
Okay. All right. So, with that, what do you guys want to do?
Hey, Vess, any idea who might have followed us here?
No.
Is
Dark-
Trent pissed enough that he would follow us here?
He is a vindictive bastard for sure. I could see it in his plans to return the favor for what you've done to him. But when they mentioned dark wood ships, that does not seem assembly ship. That seems like a cringe ship.
Why do they have assembly robes then?
I have no clue. That can only mean bad things.
Is Naxa with us?
Yep.
Okay, so just because if we split off or something later, she knows to not to hide from these people.
Yeah.
So what's the play? What do you think we should do?
We don't even know who they are.
Do you want to do a little reconnaissance?
I could. Ooh, it shouldn't be me, but I can shapeshift into somebody from this island.
That's right.
I don't have to be Riki anymore. I could be whoever you want me to be.
All right. As you guys are chatting, you hear the. So, did you make up your mind? Are you coming on the pilgrimage with us? We're putting together the groups. Which one are you gonna go with, or do you have other plans?
You're gonna go now with a new ship approaching?
Well, not all of us leave. There's about 3 per group that head out,
Girls.
and the rest stay here.
How-
So we've got
how
more than
often-
enough people.
How often are these pilgrimages?
The journey down the mountain and back usually takes about a week. The journey up to the top and back takes about the same time. Again,
How frequent do you do it?
once a month.
Once a month. Okay.
Yeah, that's only 3 weeks of playtime in between. It's not a lot of time.
The demands
We're
of the
trying to
gods
get out
are-
of view.
the
Sorry.
demands of the god are ever present.
Now, once a week on a Sunday doesn't sound so bad.
Sponsored by the Church of Latter-day Saints.
What's the plan here, folks?
Well, if we're trying to run from whoever's on that ship, a week in a jungle sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
However, a week in a jungle trekking towards a god sounds like a not great idea.
Hey, quick question: is there like anybody? Who's the person we're talking to from the village?
The chieftain.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, have any of the travelers that have arrived here? I meant to ask you this last night. Have any of them just teleported off the island, or can anybody teleport onto the island?
No. Teleportation magic's forbidden here, along with all magics.
Forbidden, yes, but it doesn't mean people don't do it.
Anybody that has attempted magic has disappeared.
Uh-huh.
So does that mean the teleportation magic worked? Because that's what it's supposed to do.
That's really good.
I'm very confused by your answer.
I'm confused by that too after Cam told me that.
I like suddenly after he says that, I just like create a magical light on Shiri's head, RGB.
As Shiri's head starts to glow, Abram, look, put that out. You'll see. As he like panics and like runs over and starts patting your head, trying like doubt the dude.
The light's on him now.
No. Stop it, whatever you're doing. Who's doing this? Light's still going. You cut the light?
The light.
What's the play with that? Why were it's your end game?
Myron is a chaotic character.
Why?
They don't
Why
know
are
what
you-
they're doing. Please forgive them.
What do you mean they'll find you?
What? He'll find you.
Yeah, who's he?
Arcturus. He protects us. Magic is only a first it's the hand holding, then it's the magic, and then it's instant doom. This is just a path to Zaratan. Please don't do that.
So Zaratan worshippers do magic?
No. They dare not. This is the deal we've made.
How is it a path to Zaratan? I'm confused.
Let me put it this way: those who practice magic on this island, that energy released into the island disturbs the sleeping god below the mountain. It angers him, and it brings him to a point, well, where we've in the past referred to him as the Doombringer.
I forgot to mention that part. He's
So-
also known as the Doombringer.
As a plea, we've agreed with Arcturus that no one would use magic on this island.
You should go mention that to the people on that boat.
Yeah. They might use magic on that boat. You should let them know. Oh, he's also called the tummy rumbler.
The tummy
And the
rumbler,
Dune Rumbler.
the Doombringer,
Very important.
the tummy rumbler.
Mhm.
It's got all the his tummy rumbles whenever magic is afoot.
Hmm.
Does he eat magic?
No,
Okay.
he's just called the rumbler, but I said that's what happens with my tummy, and then Andrew agreed.
It was the king of rumbles, I think.
Yeah, so now I call him the tummy rumbler.
You've done 2.
Mhm.
I've done 3.
Mhm.
Have we felt any rumbling?
Yeah, did we notice anything when we cast the spells?
No.
Okay.
I'm not convinced.
Naxa walks up. Man, I've been using tons of spells this whole time.
I
Like-
love her.
Like left, right, and center. It's just like all spells back there. She goes back into the hut.
Good to know.
Hmm.
So what's the plan here? Okay, quick question actually. First of all, can we see the ship or the water from the village or no?
You're away. You're. It's going to take some time for them to get out to the beach. Track
Right.
down the ship if it's at the beach, and it'll take some time. So you've got a few hours at minimum.
Yeah.
So you've got time. That being said, as you look around, the teams are packing up. You notice that Zelik is going with a couple of others. Zool and Zoe are packing up what looks like a backpack filled with, like as you're looking upon, a bunch of gems, like sapphires, diamonds. You're seeing gold being brought up from different folks, poured in, and then they're packing up the bags, and all of them are taking big bags filled with all sorts of precious metals and stones. The other group, much more sparse. You see them like bringing food. They're taking leftovers from the meal. They've got some other delicacies that have been prepared special. They're replacing them, and they look a lot more somber, as in they're worried if this is going to be enough as they're packing it in.
Yeah, they were asking us if we could provide anything as well. Do you? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to know which one's going to which god? Those two.
The ones that are packing up food, that would be Andy, Avery, and Addison. They're heading up the mountain. They're the ones with the food.
Are there like haves and have-nots?
Yeah.
Why are these ones packing up the food and the other ones packing up like scraps?
Oh, you can ask.
Are there have and have-nots? Why are some of you packing up food and some are packing up scraps?
Well, Arcturus asks for any artifacts of magical being and any food that we can bring. Unfortunately, we're a little low on items. They've all been gifted already, and all we have left is this bounty of food. Zaratan, he doesn't crave those mortal items. They prefer raw material, the gems and metals.
It's weird that your god, who doesn't let you do magic, asks for magic items.
I figured they're just hoarding, protecting us.
Sure.
I took some cookware from you guys last night, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna pull out my belt of dwarven kind. Maybe your god would like this. And I hand it to the ones heading to Arcturus.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Yes, please. They put in the bag. Whatever we can do to repay this, thank you. Did you want to come and deliver it yourself? Many blessings will be bestowed upon you for it.
What do you guys want to do? I don't want to speak for the group, but it's the least I can do.
Are we going to stay together or are we going to split half and half?
Personally, I think it's neat to be able to tell what happens at both situations, but I don't necessarily know if I want to split up.
I know, that's where I'm at too.
Eric, you want to do another D&D night?
It's like a video game. We need to like run one and then rewind it and then run the other.
Yeah, not save by
Go
the
back
time
for
we
a
finish
save
it.
file,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any before we make that choice, any like cursed items? Like I know we used to have like that weird ass breastplate and
Cursed
stuff like that.
How would I know if it's cursed?
No, the doll we don't have anymore. I feel like one of the instruments that Shiri or Naxa picked up was cursed.
Just
I don't think I have any cursed
I
items,
still have something written down that just says magical boots, but I don't know what they are, and it's been way too long that I'm afraid to ask Eric.
Magic boots. Wait, I'm sorry. Do you want to finish this item?
Yeah. sure.
Brandon, you haven't chatted in a while. Do you have a preference which god we go to?
Sorry, who are you talking to? I missed that.
Right.
Oh, Miranda.
Huh?
Do you have a preference on which god we go to, or do you want to have both, or what?
We can have both. I'm not
You want to split the group?
If we go to both, we have to split up.
If
we go to both, we have to split up.
Oh, okay. Well, I recommend we don't split up.
So I think Riki is more curious / suspicious of Arcturus than Zandalar or whatever his name is. But Cameron doesn't care which one we go to.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Riki, because this Arcturus is supposed to allow his followers to live without fear, but it seems like they're pretty afraid of not making a payment and what he'll do.
Yeah, they'll get like bad credit or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we should survey the town. Which one are you most afraid of?
Well, they're split, right?
No, but survey the ones that are on a 5-point scale. How afraid are you of your god?
Okay, imagine you ask people that in real life. Nobody would give you the answer they're looking
This is true,
for.
actually.
I wonder though, because we only talked to the chief, who is a follower of Arcturus, and he said they live without fear, but the followers of Zaratan were supposed to be living in fear and always careful. I wonder if the followers of Zaratan feel that way, or if they feel the exact same way the chief was and are saying the opposite.
Probably.
We never asked.
That's a really good point.
I don't know if it helps us at all, but it's curious.
Be good to know. Why don't you ask?
Yeah, I was about to pick up my notebook. Hold on. Can I go over to the only one I remember you saying, Zoe? Can I go over to Zoe?
Hey, what's going on?
You're very cheerful.
Always, yeah. We're on another pilgrimage. This is gonna be great. Maybe I'll get to speak to Zaratan this time.
Do all three of you not get to speak to him?
Well, usually when we put the payment down, one of us stays back to make sure they take it. And they're the ones that get bestowed with it. Maybe they'll let me do it this time.
Okay, that's interesting. And we were talking to some of the other villagers, and it just seems like everything's very at peace here. What do you think, what do the payments help Zaratan do for you?
Well, ever since we've been, every time we make a payment, we know that we're going to have another month safe on this island. It's almost like a ritual at this point, and things have been peaceful for as long as I've lived here.
So Zaratan saves you from this island, and Arcturus saves you from Zaratan?
If we keep the island, if we keep Zaratan safe or appeased, then there's no reason for him to destroy the island.
Oh.
And if we keep Arcturus happy, we have that added protection that because we're no match for Zaratan. At least we have Arcturus protecting us if things go.
They're saying the same thing, yeah. Does Zaratan scare you?
Any god should scare you. God-fearing folk. Doesn't mean I can't be happy in my life.
That's a good point. Where did you get all of those jewels? Doesn't seem like the people going to Arcturus have as much to share.
Well, we've run out of magic items a lot faster than we've left. We've been rationing our jewels from those that have come by the island. Have left us these donations. We've found some in some of the mines on the island, but much like everything, this is not finite. If you have anything to contribute, to be very helpful.
I think we're trying to figure that out right now. We're just not too sure which group we're going to join.
Well, it's always fun going down underneath the mountain.
Is it dangerous under the mountain?
Yeah.
Like, what would we be dealing with?
Last time Xander got really hurt. He
Not Xander.
Did he die?
No, he's fine. You met him.
You talked to him.
We talked to him yesterday. To the party last night.
And this morning.
If you notice the scars all over his back, those are from one of those creatures under the mountain.
Man, now I want to go under the mountain.
Yeah. You mentioned mining raw materials, gemstones, that kind of stuff. Have you ever heard of anything called residuum?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh shit.
It's
Yeah.
kind of magical in nature.
Doesn't ring a bell here.
Okay, because if you found some of that, you could potentially make magic items too. They can also be found from natural
Do you have
materials.
any?
I don't have any, no. But if you had some, we could make magic items.
No, haven't heard of it.
Mm.
It's a good question though. They're the ones with the gold pieces too, right? Like gold materials and stuff.
Ores and metals.
Pardon me, sorry. Oh, ores and metals, you said. I'm going to take out the pouch that I've been carrying for a while of 100 gold pieces that have Silas Briarwood's face on it. That I found in Pomona.
A long time. That's a callback.
I know. I have it in my inventory.
Got the Silas box.
Yeah, and I'm just going to. I mean, this is what I can contribute for now. If it's going to be helpful at all.
Thank you so much. There's gonna be an extra. There's gonna be an extra goat on the spit tonight for you. Pockets.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Oh,
donate-
what on the spit? That took a second to sink in. Sorry, Cam. What were you saying?
No, I was just thinking I can give like 50 gold to these guys, and then the other guys don't care about gold though, right?
No, the other guy was food. I also have like 3 oranges from weeks ago, and I'm sure they're very bad.
We probably ate them.
I mean, you can
Probably
literally
a while ago.
you could make food off camera and then bring it to him.
I
Okay.
don't.
You can do a
have that
cooking montage.
spell prepared today.
Oh,
Gosh.
Could do a cooking montage.
All right.
So who are we gonna go see? I turn to the rest of the group away from Zoe. It sounds like they're saying the same thing. So
I say A. Forget what his name is, but no, seriously.
Arcturus.
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 Toast. Yeah. I have no preference, to be honest. Whichever one works.
Okay.
Flip a coin. Boobs or butts?
Boobs or butts?
Jesus, Sean.
Why not both?
Because we'd have to split the party.
Miranda, which one do you want to go to?
Yeah.
What are the choices? That we have fucking Arcturus and Zeratul.
A to Z.
Yeah.
Your choices are A to Z.
I don't know. Do we know anything about the 2 different gods?
Just what we've been told.
Do you want to go to the top of the mountain or below the mountain?
I vote for below the mountain.
Sounds good.
The Mines of Moria.
Yeah.
Couldn't resist any longer.
Okay.
We're going below.
I guess we're going below.
Okay. As you guys start
That was a
to,
deciding vote. Oh no. Too
as
much
you guys,
I
as you guys,
think you were, yeah.
as you guys start to pack up, joining, joining Zelek, Zelek, Zool, and Zoe. You guys are packing up. They have their bags with the gems and gold pieces, and then the stuff like that to your collection. Nax is like, okay, I'm gonna hang out here preparing stuff for the traveler if that's cool with you. I'll stay out of the way if anybody comes by. I'll make sure I'm not seen.
Yep. Keep a listen out for any messages if I send them.
Will do. And remember, make chaos reign.
I think there's going to be a bit too much chaos. Did you change your background to a volcano?
Yes.
Cool.
What's the distance on our walkie-talkies or telekinetic speaking?
I think it's only like a mile.
Okay.
Yeah, I was checking that earlier.
I think it's like
So if we
about-
want to get messages, it would be through Andrew.
Mhm.
Okay, so as you guys plod off and pack up and take off, your departure is celebrated by the village as you push into the jungle. As you work your way through the jungle, I want Elena, since you're the one that chose the way, why don't you give me a survival check as you
Got it.
are working with the denizens to work your way through this jungle using your blade to cut away.
16.
16. The first half day, as the sun starts to beat down, it's not too bad because you're under the canopy of the jungle. I need all of you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah. That means you got to the midpoint, the midday without.
At 20, baby.
Good.
You're good.
Hold on.
I rolled a 2, so 8.
Okay. 24.
You're good. Shiri.
I got a 6.
Ooh. And Riki.
I am indomitable. I can reroll a saving throw that I fail. So I got a 10. Do I fail?
I'll let you guys know in a second. Shiri, are you doing anything to add to your roll, or are you good with a 6?
I'm gonna keep it with a 6.
Okay.
Is it a spell or magical effect?
Well, would we know that though?
I have advantage on that, so
Oh,
it would
okay.
come in.
Yeah, you. Is it? Let me a second. Yes, it is. So you can re-roll that one.
Oh, much better.
Okay, thank God.
26.
Okay, so it's just Shiri. So I will message Shiri.
Damn.
It sounded like it was something bigger, so I didn't want to say it and not.
Yeah,
Have
it
it.
sounded scary.
Yeah.
F's in chat.
Let me know if this is
Kills you.
Kills you.
if this is okay. If you want me to change it, I can.
Oh shit.
Oh
I'm so
man.
nervous.
Oh, you're so dead.
You consent.
Yeah.
No, we already had that chapter.
Let me know if you consent to this or not.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. I consent.
Yeah. It's yeah, so as the day progresses, the first half of the day, as you work your way through, who wants to take the lead for the afternoon as you're working your way through the jungle?
I can go.
Sure. Yeah, give me another survival roll.
She's
Okay.
doing a good job.
This was not as good. 10.
10. Okay. So as you are working your way through the jungle, working your way to what Zoe has mentioned is the entrance to Zaratan's lair. You start to feel as you're kind of walking through, almost like the trees have eyes, or you're being watched through the jungle. You're not quite sure. As you move, you cut down a branch and you swing to cut another one, and it doesn't cut through. Almost like it's got a much hardier husk to it. As you cut into it, you hear a "Woo!" and the tree that you cut into, bark starts to break away as eyes start to glow from it. A branch comes down, the leaves falling off of it, leaving what looks like dead husk. Another branch coming to the other arm, which starts to tangle into what looks like some type of shield on the other arm, built into this. As it starts to move around, reacting to you cutting into it. Let's roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh no, we have to fight a tree.
That's not a tree. That's a tree ant.
But if this is a tree.
I bet this tree's a jerk.
As this thing stands in front of you,
Isn't real good for Tuesday night.
amongst the group, you start to see other trees beside you start to move to its defense. As you notice, you are now surrounded by these woody creatures around you. There is about 7 of them wrapped around you.
Oh, goodness.
Oh man.
6 of them, sorry.
Thanks
Right.
for them. Holy smokes.
Mhm. Okay, so initiatives. Let's gonna go Myron.
10.
Okay. Raise.
11.
Shiri.
I got 4.
Nice. Riki.
24.
Okay. And Elena.
17.
Okay. Riki, you are very comfortable in the jungle. You see this thing moving. You see the other vegetation moving to respond. You are able to get a drop on this creature before it takes an action. What do you want to do? As you can see, they are all positioning themselves to strike as they just like these low rumbles reach out.
Oh, did we rest at some point?
Yeah, you should be fully
Okay.
Do we have like a guide or anybody with us?
There's the 3, Zelik, the gnome, Zool, who's a human, and Zoe, who's also. Sorry, let me get my back to my list. Zoe is an elf.
So I want to yell to them first and say like, do we piss them off or like?
You didn't cut into it, did you?
Did we?
Did we? No.
I didn't mean to.
Shit! As they are all like putting their bags and they're like, handle it, as they're like starting to move off.
So this isn't like you cool if like we take care of this?
Do what you need to do.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we didn't like start tearing up their forest and they're like, what the fuck? Those are like our ancient elders or something like.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah, all right. I mean, fuck it. Let's do this then.
All right.
I'm gonna Riki's signature move. I'm most comfortable with close combat, so I'm gonna actually put away my daggers and get up my cat claws, and I'm gonna try and like claw like attach to the tree.
So
That's
you,
amazing.
so
Like
you
hold
jump
on to it with your claws.
Yeah.
you jump at the one that's that Elena splashed into. So yeah, go for it. Hop onto it, make an attack roll as you hop onto this thing, affixing yourself to it.
What's my attack roll with? I guess it's just my claws, right?
Yep.
That's cool. I have +6 for unarmed strike.
Here's an example of what you're fighting.
Oh.
Chat, right?
The little jaw eyes.
There you go.
Oh, that's cute.
Wootini.
10 total.
Maybe we're the bad people.
10 to hit.
We're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay, as you hop on to.
So am I successful at least on the tree?
You're on the tree. Your claws are stuck into it, but you don't seem to have done any damage to affect it. Okay,
Does he actually have the shield?
that's like a
I
swirling.
get a second attack here though.
Yeah, go for it. Elena, you're on deck. You're next up.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a cantrip called Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
Yeah, we all know about shocking grasp.
I know.
Jesus,
Technically,
the
this is
sass.
this is the first time that we're all gonna witness Riki use magic, though.
Oh shit.
I saw
Yeah.
oh no,
No,
I
I
just
was-
saw him turn into an octopus.
And I
but
was
that
the
wasn't
only
for
one
me.
on the ship when he used Thunderwave. I just haven't
You don't want
mentioned it
that?
yet. But now we're all gonna notice.
We don't want to use magic in front of these people.
They're gone. Don't
It's
worry
up to
about
you.
them. This
Did
is
they
the
take
first
off?
time that the group knows that you're gonna use magic.
Did they take off the group? The other people?
They are not looking at you. They are more worried about keeping their bags and running away.
Okay, I'll
from
use
this.
Shocking Grasp. I'm gonna try and like.
Why were you not supposed to use magic?
The gods don't want us to use. The gods say it's forbidden.
Yeah.
Oh, was it just forbidden for them, or is it forbidden for everyone?
Forbidden on the island.
Oh, but we're not friends yet.
So I mean, like, if it comes out, it comes out. But ideally, I'm not gonna. So okay, so that's a 10 to hit again.
Yikes.
I rolled a 6. I rolled a 4 and I had a +6 modifier, and then I had a +4 modifier, so I rolled a 6.
Cool. As you try and shock into this, it seems to be like wood isn't the most efficient conductor, as
Yeah.
it seems to just not be impervious to that. Elena, what are you doing? Unless there's anything else you want to do, what are you doing, Elena?
How close are these tree people?
They are
to
all
each other?
surrounding you, so 5 to 10 feet. Like you are in the middle of a thicket of these
Right.
woods.
We're surrounded.
Well,
My little creepy boy.
I think. Oh boy. All right, so we're gonna cast haste.
Mm-hmm.
Good old haste. Haste never lets me down. And then I'm going to attack the closest one with green flame blade. That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so it's going to deal 6 plus 4.
As you slash in with your blade, you see a green flame wreathe this one of this wooded creatures. I'm assuming this is the same one you struck that Riki is on, or a different one.
All right, so basically what happens is it does an extra D8 damage,
Yep.
fire damage.
Yeah. So
And then the fire
describe
damage to the second creature.
Yeah. So I'm asking, describe what Elena's doing and how it's hitting it. There's
Okay, so
6 of them around you.
brandishing her frostbrand blade, she strikes at the closest tree creature,
Okay.
piercing it for what's this? 12 damage in a flurry of physical and ice and fire damage.
All right.
And there's a flame that leaps to the next closest one that's at least within 5 feet.
Okay.
And it's going to take 3 damage to the
Cool.
second one.
Awesome. So as you slash in, you see it wreathed in that energy. You can see the fire seems to burn away the wood a lot better than the cold and the physical damage does. That the one that took the second strike, you can see is burning, and while you'd think the flames wreathing it would startle it, its eyes are ever focused on the group of you, specifically you and Elena, who slashed into the wooded creature.
I would also like to use my bonus action to activate Blade Song.
Okay, and your blades start to hum with that energy as you start to swing them through the air. You can hear the faint elvish music coming from your blades. I don't know if it's if it's actually a tune or if it's just
That's really
the
cool.
wind by the blades. Next up is Raze. You are witnessing the flurry of blades and Riki just scratching his way up a tree. What are you doing?
Okay. And we're all pretty close together in this little thicket, like,
Mhm.
within 20, 30 feet of each other.
Yeah, you're all pretty close together.
Not knowing how bad these creatures are going to hit us and being caught off guard because they're actually kind of cute, I'm going to just sort of like very kind of swiftly, quietly, and turned away from where the other crew is running, put on the mask,
Mhm.
and reach out to the matron, asking her to protect my friends. And I'm going to cast Bless on everyone
Okay.
at second level. So Elena, Myron,
Everybody.
Riki, and Shiri all get it.
Cool.
Sweet. All right.
D4.
A D4 to attacks and saving throws.
You all
Thank you.
feel a bless wash over you. All right, Raze, that's a great turn. Myron, you're up next. Shiri, you're up.
Myron's gonna start like just fishing around in her bag looking for something, looking through all those like cooking tools that she had grabbed from the village, and she's gonna pull out like a soup ladle, just kind of like this will do. And she's going to find like a nearby boulder, something that's in the 15-pound range, and you just see this ladle extend as she whips it out, wraps around the boulder, and it just catapults towards the closest tree end, the one that Raze was not Raze. Riki was climbing up,
Okay.
and this boulder just flings at it, lightning speed. So it's gonna have to roll a dex save.
Dex save. All right.
That's a 3rd level.
I like how you have spell components and you use them.
Okay, roll your damage.
It didn't beat a 16.
No.
Woo!
Okay.
New dice. It's not bad. 24 bludgeoning.
As you see, Riki sees this boulder coming towards it. I'm gonna say hopping off. It's almost like it can't see anything because Riki's on its face. And I don't know if you call out to let Riki know of this impending boulder. Last second hops out, and it's almost like the eyes the first thing they see is just a stone right before it impacts, square in the center of this creature. Smashing through, you see the wood fragments breaking apart. It stands back up, wood broken, and you can just start to see the pieces of wood mending themselves back into its form as the branches realign. It looked injured, and not all of it reforms, but yeah, you can see you did a lot of damage to it.
These guys are hardy.
You do anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
All right. It's gonna be their turn. They are emotionlessly going to look over to Elena. And Elena, these things are focused on. Well, I guess they'll split up. The first 3 are going to try and strike you, Elena.
It's a splinter group.
First one is first one's an 11. Next one's a 9.
Are you okay? This is why you love me.
Third one's a 12. Disadvantage really hurts.
Can't give me a side eye.
So the first 3 are going to try and strike you, and each time you're going to dance around them, which is great. You swing by, they're striking. They don't seem frustrated at all. They're just doing what they think is right. You're the one that struck them. They're going to try and strike you back.
You okay, Andrea?
I said something stupid and funny, and I'm still laughing. I'm sorry. Oh my god, it wasn't that funny, but it was funny.
Does a 23 hit?
I'm going to cast Shield as a reaction.
Should have told you the number. All right. As you pull up your shield.
I mean, like, if you said it hit, I would have just cast it anyway. And just all right, hopefully it doesn't have a 25.
Okay. Yeah. So of the strikes, they each make 2 attacks. Only one of them would have hit. The other 3 are going to look over to Myron, who cast that big boulder, and they're going to sulk over and take some swings at you. First one's a nat 20.
Oh, I'm gonna make him re-roll that.
Oh.
It's an 11.
Oh, that misses.
Okay. Second one. Sorry, that's the first. They get 2
So that
strokes.
was my reaction to rewind back time.
Okay.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. As it swings down, the club comes down. You get hit by this branch. Deals 14 bludgeoning damage as it strikes across your chest. The second one's a 12.
12? No.
Okay. That's the. Sorry, that. Do my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th strike out of 6. 23 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's another 14 bludgeoning. So it comes
shit.
down.
They have 2 attacks each.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
The last one comes in to strike at you. That's a 22.
Yeah, definitely.
Holy shit.
Armor's not high here.
And then I'll just do the last strike. It's 14.
It ties. You
Okay.
got it.
So 28 more damage as you get hit, pummeled by this thing.
Holy
She
shit.
just staggers backwards, falls to a knee, but then slowly stands back up.
Okay.
It's worse than I thought it was gonna be.
All right, Shiri, you are now up.
Okay. So you know that that scene in The Office where like Jim starts to sing in front of Andy and Andy's like Tuna, you know that one? So that's like Shiri's tone when she sees Riki try to cast magic and she's like super excited and she's like Riki, and then she casts Ray of Frost and like, but it's all in like camaraderie, and she's like, "Oh my god, look at what we're doing together!" and is like pretty excited.
All right, hit it
That's
with the ray-
amazing.
Hit it with the ray of frost. I love it. So you excitedly blast out.
Rolls are garbage.
Oh, God.
This is why I've stopped rolling. I'm just making Eric do all of
You
that.
see a beam.
Wait, don't tell me yet. I'm gonna do something to make this better. I just don't want it.
I rolled above a 10 besides once.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos and reroll.
Okay.
Wait.
Waiting.
Wait.
Waiting.
Yeah, no, I realized that after.
Wait.
Wait.
I didn't mean to.
No.
There it was. Okay. You're fucking kidding me. I rolled a 9.
Please.
Okay, so this time I
Did you add the bonus D4?
Yeah,
I'm
don't
gonna-
forget you have a D4.
I'm gonna add my D4 and
And then lie.
no, it's on here. There's no line. Which is a 1, and then
Hey, back to the-
Barney!
and then I'm gonna
Use
use
different dice!
I'm gonna use lucky to
Brutal.
We're not even at the god yet.
I'm gonna roll
This is the easy part.
I'm gonna roll an additional D20 and I'm gonna choose which one to use. So that's great.
Brutal.
Let's see how that goes. 3, I'm out. That's it.
Oh, you kidding me?
That's it.
You get to add your spell mod to that 3.
Oh, so I got 10.
Yeah.
It was
So-
10, 10, 10.
So my best one was 12 plus the 1, so 13 was my best outcome there.
Unfortunately, as you cast, you throw you're like so excited. I think this is more like you're so excited that you don't even pay attention to your spell. You just blast it off towards the sky as you're pointing to Riki. But unfortunately, it does fly wide. Riki, seeing this spell fly wide, unless there's anything else you want to do on your turn, Shiri.
I literally used all of my things.
It's great. I love it though. It was a good effort.
Popped off.
Riki, you're up next.
What a gong show.
What do you want me to do? I already tried to claw at the tree and that didn't work. I got nothing. I thought you were gonna use like fire, but that didn't happen. Talking to you. You're like supposed to use fire.
I used Ray of Frost because I didn't want to burn the tree down. Because there's been lots of times when I've used fire in the past that it's gone poorly for me. I keep burning
I'm not
things
saying you
down.
should have used fire, I just thought you were going to use
I keep
fire.
burning shit down.
I mean, I don't even have like an axe. I have daggers. Like I have nothing for trees. Riki was not prepared for trees.
Daggers can cut.
What am I gonna do?
Okay,
Saw the
great.
thing for 20 minutes? Don't move, I gotta saw you.
Ellen is on deck after this.
I guess I will. Like, does Ray of Sickness work against a tree?
Give it a shot.
You know what? I'm getting angry. Riki's angry, so I'm gonna use Mind Sliver.
Ooh.
Joke.
Cantrip at will. Disorient the spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature. Succeed on intelligence saving throw.
What does that have to beat?
Oh, I don't know. Spell save DC is only a 12.
How much damage?
1d6. A big 1d6.
Wow.
And then it basically has minus 1d4 on the next saving throw. So saving throws are gonna hit harder.
Just before the end of
Your next turn.
My next turn, yeah.
No, that's
So 5 damage.
Nice.
But then I get to do it again though. I guess I'll scratch at it. So like, think of me like, well, no, not the spell again. I get 2 attacks on my
I'm
turn.
just picturing like Crushy scratching at the wood.
What? I get 2 attacks on my turn.
Yeah.
When you take the attack action.
When you take the attack action, you cast a spell action.
That's not an attack action. I'm attacking it.
No.
Oh, that's lame.
All right, Elida, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna do a bunch of attacks. Okay, I'm just gonna do my normal attack action. Where I get 2 attacks with
Mhm.
this one action. First one is a 21 to hit,
Yes,
and second one is a 10 to hit.
the 10 does not hit. So your
Okay,
attack action
so-
against the one that you've already struck before with your first
Yeah.
strike, hitting it again.
It's gonna be for another 9 damage.
Okay, as you cut through it, you start to see this thing start to break and fall apart. It's still trying to rebuild itself, but you see like it's getting pretty close to being destroyed. Continue on.
Okay. I use my haste action to do another attack, just the one attack.
Mhm.
This is going to be a 17 to hit.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Don't forget to add your d4s to your
Oh,
attack.
I forgot to add my D4.
You're blessed.
Um,
Yeah, you'll hit it.
okay, so 18.
Yes, you'll hit.
All right. So this is going to be for another. Wow, I rolled 1 on both dice. 6 damage.
That will finish this one off as you see the tree fall apart and
Okay.
collapse.
And then bonus action, I'm going to attack with my offhand.
Okay, as you're doing that, you notice
yeah.
the remaining tree folk all snap over to you as they see their tree folk falling. Continue on. What are you doing?
All right. So with my bonus action, I'm going to attack with my offhand with another green flame blade.
Mhm.
So this is going to be plus a D4, 18.
That'll hit.
Just got it. Cool. So this is going to be for. Ooh, that's better. 16 damage.
And the fire jumps to the next
And
one.
then 3 damage to the
Okay.
one that's within 5 feet.
Okay. As you strike in, how much of that was fire damage, by the way?
Either 5 or 3.
All right, I'll give you the 5. Okay, as you see that one burning, immolating next to you, you can start to see some of the vines wrapping back up, trying to rebuild what's left of it, but it's almost dead. Raze, you're up next. As you see this combat has gone full magical. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gone full magical.
Mm-hmm.
So did like they all snap towards Elena?
Mhm.
Is that including the ones that attacked Myron?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you likely won't get hit this round, which is good.
so.
I'll run over to Myron just to give a little bit of a helping hand. And I'm just going to give you a touch on the shoulder as you're gasping on the ground and cure wounds you at 2nd level.
Thanks.
That's it. That's all.
Okay.
So you get, it's, I'm sorry, I rolled that. 9.
9. Oh, that's okay.
Okay, Myron, as you get life breathe back into you, what are you doing?
As soon as she feels the warmth of Raze's magic kind of flow through her, she's just going to bamf 30 feet away, using
You're welcome.
using Misty Step. Take a look at the next weakest one and just chuck a firebolt from her staff.
Okay.
So that's that's gonna hit. That's 31.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was
Yeah,
a
what the hell?
19 plus 8 plus 4
Oh man.
Oh,
for
nice.
17 points of fire damage.
Yeah, as you see the one next sorry, you said next to Shiri or
The weakest one, so the one that I think Elena was swinging.
yeah, not only like was it on its last legs, it is just toasted. It's gone, as
Mhm.
any fragment of that creature seems to have turned to ash on the ground.
Did I get any of their attention when I did that?
They all snap over to the one like the ash. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Well, are they looking at me now or are they looking at the ash one?
The
Like,
ash.
okay, so yeah, if they don't care about me, I'm just gonna stay there 30 feet away.
Okay, on their turn, they're going to actually run over to the piles of ash, and try. You see 3 of them, or there's 4 left. You see 2 of them trying to absorb some of the ash back into themselves, as they are scrounging around, and you see the ash, the soot on their hands, and they're trying to integrate as you see some of that wood fragment pull into it. The other 2 are going to run over to the one that's fallen, the fragments that are broken down. Some of it's been burnt up, and they're going to try and somehow, it's not like it's some type of divine energy is leading these trees as they're trying to assist their fallen friend. As they try to pull, you can see this creature starting to reform into itself, but the eyes are blank as you see it just collapse on the ground beside you. And realizing this, then that husk of a creature starts to merge into and get absorbed by the other 2.
Damn.
And that's gonna be their turn.
So she got a sand though.
So if we don't burn it,
They were unsuccessful in resurrecting their comrades.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Shiri, you're up next.
So I'm trying to understand, is it like one big one now though?
Nope, there are 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
They were trying to do something and it didn't work because
Yeah.
of how you killed them.
Okay. Is the weak one confirmed? Is the weak one that Mirren just attacked
The
still
ones
alive?
the ones that have taken damage, aside from 3, 2 of them are completely gone, and 1 of them has been hurt. The other 3 are fine.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the one that's been hurt. But this time, in like frustration, Shuri's going for like a 4th level, and she's gonna try and cast a 4th level scorching ray.
Okay.
22
Hit.
this time. Yeah. Okay.
So
6.
6.
Yeah.
So as you blast into the one that Riki was on, you can see it starting to burn and fall apart.
Okay.
6 attacks.
Cool.
Next,
I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah.
you get 3 shots. Right, with scorching ray.
3 rays, remember?
If you're doing it at 4th level too, it's more.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
4
not all 6. They're not. They each one is separate.
Is it 6 damage each?
Is that how it works, or do I roll each one separately?
I thought you rolled each one separately.
Oh, my apologies. Okay, so the next one's 7.
You have to hit. You have to try and hit each time.
Oh, I'm
It's-
then
it's-
I'm just
it's 3
screwing it all
separate
up. I'm
attacks on
sorry.
one turn.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me try the
4th
second
level
one.
would be 6 attacks, I believe.
Okay. So the next one is 24.
That hits.
Okay.
Just roll all the attacks. We'll see how much damage.
The next one is 27.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
The next one is 18.
Mm-hmm.
Making up for all those bad rolls.
The next one's 19 or 26 because I rolled a
And then
19.
the last one. So what I'm going to say is all of them are going to hit. Or at least let's see. Yeah.
17.
All but the last one hits.
Is that
No.
with a D4?
Yeah,
I get my 1d4.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. And that one is a 4, so I completely came back from,
Okay,
from,
so-
from the rough.
Here's how I'm going to do it. The first scorching ray disintegrated the first one.
Yeah.
You got 5 more rays. For the sake of this fight, I'm going to say you can blast through the rest of them.
Woo! So Shuri was pissed.
Except for 1.
Shit. Okay.
But what I'm going to say is that one's going to react, and you see it merge into a tree that's just standing there. As you kind of see it, like just merge with a tree standing there.
All right.
What would you guys like to do? We're out of combat. Feel free to move about as you wish.
Holy shit. Thank you.
You look really bad.
Are they gone? Are they gone?
Yeah, you're good.
Maybe?
Let's just move out of this area, maybe. Hey, what were they?
Wood creatures. We call them woads.
Woads?
Yes,
Like roads, but if you said it with a W, woads?
correct.
I was thinking woods, but like if you put the emphasis on the O.
Yes. Either way, whatever you wish. They're creatures of the forest. I feel they are symbiotic with Zaratan. One of the monstrosities. that
Is he
he's-
gonna be pissed that we killed them?
Find out.
Has anything around us, like, you know, with all the magic that was present, has anything around us changed?
Nothing you can see.
Is the fire spreading anywhere? Like, is it getting caught by the other trees or?
Some of the branches singe. The scorching ray was pretty effective. As you see, some of the branches they catch on fire, but you're able to kind of like put it out really easily. So yes, it does burn, but the spell's pretty direct as you hit these creatures. The ash wrapped around as one of them slipped away.
Does anyone need to rest? Like, just move out of this area and rest, or?
If there is a pack of them, we might not want to stay here. We should probably keep going.
Right.
They tend to bring more.
Myron's just gonna quickly like reach into her bag, grab some. You laugh, but it's like a pouch of like confectionery sugar. Put it into like a little icing tube, and just kind of put her hand over it, just imbuing it with some sort of magic, and just like put it over her cuts to like start to seal them up as it turns into flesh to her touch.
Wow.
And cast Cure Wounds on myself
Cool. Nice.
at a second level.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
You guys staying where you are, you're continuing on.
I'll keep going.
Guess we move on.
As you do, Elena, give me another survival roll as you're cutting through the.
Okay. 8.
8?
8.
All right. As you work your way down towards the entrance that was explained, you guys are trying to move fairly quickly, trying to, on the advice of Zoe, to stay away from these woads. You're moving pretty quickly. As you aren't being too cautious with the sounds you're making. As you find yourself on kind of that mid-afternoon, you're breaking trees, you're cutting through, you pull 2 ferns back, and you're face to face with a carcass.
Oh.
A large carcass, just
How fresh is it?
flesh and blood. Well, here's how fresh it is. As you're looking down, you're like, whoa, no. You see a large head pulling it up with meat dripping from it as it falls down. This large lizard-like creature looks over towards you, roars, and that's where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah.
Whose carcass was it?
As you seem to be face to face with the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Damn.
I have polymorph. We can have a T-Rex fight.
Why don't you just turn it into something small and run away?
Hey, look at you getting hit in the face.
Okay, and with that, we will pick up next week
Awesome.
with a T-Rex fight on your way down to Zaratan's lair.
I
Oh,
love it.
boy.
Yeah.